Wow, just look at all of these beauties. So this is what I've been working on, that and these lovelies. So you can see these in my video coming up on Friday. Amazing news, obviously. When you see this video, you'll realize that I'm back up and running. I went out and got a new laptop to support film editing and filmmaking. I also got the software. I knew I said I was going to wait till I got paid, but I figured 1,000 subscribers was more than reason enough, and I need my videos to function properly and to stop fighting with them and just being frustrated during the editing process. So the new program I have is amazing. If you would like reviews and suggestions on what all I use and how you could possibly upgrade your setup within a specific budget, then just let me know. I think it might be very helpful. So let's dive in and look at some of these. And keep in mind, this is only a few. I'm still working on an ephemera pack and a couple of scrap packs. I may not get them in right now to show you, but I will definitely get them at the tail end of the video so they can be up and listed by Wednesday. So let's go ahead and look. So I made one similar to this for another lady. She kind of told me what colors she was looking for, and she picked out this fabric specifically. I wasn't sure at first, but now that I see it, it is just magnificent. I am completely in love with this little cutie. So this one obviously will be going up. It's got the blue green, but with the way it is in this journal, the green stands out more. And then it's got the nice pink and of course the coffee stained pages. So that one is definitely ready to go. Passages to India. I really like the way this journal looks. I think this is one of my favorite out of this collection that I did. It's done with the blue-green pages and the coffee pages. Some of these coffee pages are the original first coffee pages I played with. You can definitely tell because it has some more unique patterns. It's been a minute since I've sat down and done a dyeing session, but I think this upcoming weekend I'm just gonna have no choice. I need to dye paper soon. I am starting to run out. So yeah, so that'll be going on hopefully this weekend. This beauty is another one of my favorites. I know you guys seen a lot of this paper in my my lap book tutorial. And if you haven't seen this one yet, please go check it out. It was a really fun one. And I added this very vintage lace on the side to kind of accent it. And of course you have some little ties, and this is more of my 30-day journal type series, just to jot some notes in and, you know, write down your thoughts real fast. I love the length of this one. This is more of the ledger style that I'm going with. It wouldn't really, I mean, it falls under the 30-day journal. It just gives you a lot more space to write and to play in. I don't think I actually dated this one. I'll have to remember to date this one. It's very beautiful. I love this paper. I did it with the blue green and the coffee stained, and I did the postcard paper on the inside, and you can add pockets or do anything you want with this one. That's why these are so lovely, is they're just ready for you to fill with so much goodness. And I love this because it has such tall writing space. And one of my friends mentioned that if you get the extra long postcards, they fit in here wonderfully, so you could put a nice big pocket and tuck them in there wonderfully. So there's that one. So this is another one of my favorites of this set. We'll get to that one. Here's one of my standard Harvard classics. I haven't seen any of these I still have a decent stock of them, so you'll see them released every now and then until I run out. But on the downside, I have not seen them where I go and pick up my selection. So what I have currently might be it. So if you are looking for one of these Harvard Classics, definitely let me know so we can get you on board and get you with one before I run out. Because if there's no more left, I would feel really sad about you not having access to them. So this has stitch work around the edge and a nice tuck spot in the back, and in the front it has stitch work around the edge. And I left the tie strings white, and we have blue and yellow pages, very beautiful, and of course the gold inlay to match the blue and yellow, and obviously the gold on the outside. And we have this beautiful blue journal. I'm in love with this one. I almost didn't want to list it, but I know if I kept every journal I was in love with, I would not have anything to list. I would probably keep every single one of them. So I kept this one very basic, blue pages, blue binding, and blue inserts. I used this one from, oh, here it is. It's here. So I used this one from the Old World stack. I got a couple of journals coming out soon in the Old World stack. I actually loved this a lot more than I anticipated. So this is some of that paper, very beautiful, and of course the blue matches wonderfully. I stuck with the coffee stained because it is very vintagey, especially with the gold inlay on the front and the gold leaf. And I did also stick with the gold stitching to kind of tie everything together. Actually, it's really funny because those would have been my school colors, blue and gold. So who knows? Maybe if, no one picks it up, which I doubt because I think this one's going to be very popular, then I'll use it for a school colors journal. Now, this one is another one of my favorites. It's well made, similar to the red one. And of course, you can see the brown here. This is the fabric I used as a binding agent to make sure that it does not come apart. So it is well held together. And it's the other half said it says He-Man's. Sometimes I have a hard time reading and pronouncing special words. But He-Man's. It's got this beautiful gold figurine and some beautiful gold inlay, some beveling and layered work. See how well you can see you can see the bevel work here where it's pressed in and embossed. So beautiful. And of course the inside I did with my customary very chocolatey, creamy, coffee stained pages. And for the inlay paper I did this very vintagey, I can't remember the name of the fabric, but I know that for a while there it was excessively trendy and very expensive. I do love the fabrics. And again, I went with the Old World stack with the green to tie in with the front and the brown. It has hints of browns throughout, very gorgeous. And I did sign this one. So this one is ready to go in the shop, has these beautiful coffee creamy ties. So that is all of the official journals that will be listed on Wednesday. As well, technically, when I usually put this out, the video out is the day of, so it would be today by your guys' standards. And I can't wait till Friday as well. We will hopefully see the others for me by tonight. So I will see you in a few minutes. Bye. Oh my, so it is officially Wednesday now that I'm back with you guys. I know you see these lovelies here. They're not 100% listed, complete, but they will be listed today. This one, however, is complete, so I can go over it with you. So you will receive this beautiful bag. This is another one of my ephemera packs that will be available. The paper pieces come from quite a few different array of ephemera kits, but mostly They come from the ones that you can buy at the store that you have to cut up that come with the paper sets. So if you wish to buy them, you can yourself and decorate them up. These are just pre-decorated, ready to go. You can add them to your journal and write on them with your little notions and notes. This one has 2 pieces here. It's just clipped together with a little button. And this is a little envelope stuffed with pieces. So wonderful and ready to go. So all you have to do is, you know, add them to the tuck spots in your journal. Or, you know, like this one could be the front little, you know, book plate type deal. Usually I try and make 75% of my ephemera double-sided. And I throw in little charms and pieces. This one says made with love and elements 46. I love this, and I only have like so much of it. I think these are like the last bits. I like that one. So this one will be listed hopefully this evening. Well, it'll definitely be listed this evening. The photography will be done. Usually it's always done after I get done filming my videos. Of course, there's 5 pieces here that are ginormous, and some of them are huge, some of them are smaller, but are left blank. So, you know, you can either turn it into a pocket because you can glue along these edges and you have an easy pocket, or for you to decorate yourself if you wish, or you can just leave them blank. Either way, I love this one. I love these cards, and I only have a few of them left. Actually, I should probably scan those before I finish decorating the last few I have. So I can maybe print off more. But this journal set is ready to go for its new home. I will finish repacking it later. I'm trying to do, as of this point, I'm doing 25-piece ephemera kits. Eventually I'll be breaking down into some smaller ephemera kits, you know, maybe some 5-piece ones and some 10-piece ones, but as it stands right now, I just have the 25-piece ones. So we have 7 journals, an ephemera kit, and 4 scrap packs. The wonderful thing about the scrap packs is they can also be a form of a traveler's style book, and they're not lined with it yet, but they have a wonderful spot for the elastic, so you can put a Midori in here. And this, sorry for the helicopter if you can hear it. This is a new feature I just came up with, this idea recently, and I have mentioned it prior, how to store your washi tape. And I really like it because you can put strips of washi tape on there, and of course they peel right off whenever you need them, and they're ready to go. So you have 2 clear pieces here for washi storage. And then of course, let's go ahead and grab one of these. You have these wonderful tucking spots here for multiple pieces of ephemera. So much goodness. And then you also have a pocket here and a pocket there, and we're going to be adding a button and a closure on this envelope. And of course you'll have elastic here so you can fit a Midori, or you can fit your scraps, and you'll see the scraps when the time comes. But the one thing I love about this is you can grab this real quick and you know, throw a couple swatches of washi tape in here, and then you have a few pockets here for some paper pieces, and maybe you want to stuff some paper pieces and some fabric in here, and then you know, some pre-staged ephemera that you know, maybe you want to take on your trip with you, so you know, you can have some stuff to work with to decorate your journal, and you know, or your Midori insert. So you have all of your pieces and your scraps, and it's like a condensed version of our wonderful lap book. So now this is more of a condensed version, and I have mentioned this before, but not so in depth. And you know, it's really kind of a wonderful idea. And if you wanted to add something on the back to use as storage, or just leave it blank in general, that would be great too. So these will be finished up and listed either this afternoon or later on tonight, when I'm able to finish them up and finally get them listed. This one I think is one of my favorites because I love this paper. It also has a wonderful side pocket, so you can stick a photo or something in there, and it will be decorated up a little as well. So as you can tell, this one has a big freestanding pocket, tall standing pocket instead of a sideways pocket. I like the way I did the inside of this because you can also make it a list. So maybe like there's a couple of things you want to list on here so you don't forget it, and keep this fully stocked when you take it on trips, i.e. washi tape, specific types of papers, things like that. And then of course a nice big pocket here, lots of space, and then a smaller pocket right here where you can fit some things. And I still have to add a button, so this will have a figure 8 closing mechanism. I still have to add the elastic where you can either fit your scraps for storage or your Midori for travel. And of course we have another one of this style. I really did finally discover and decide to start playing with this style a little bit more. Maybe the stitch work around it, depending on what you do with it, is a good idea. Maybe sometimes it isn't, because you know, if your ephemera has stitch work and this has stitch work, this does seem to get caught on it a little bit more. But you know, if it feels like it's worth it to you and you want to have that stitch work for looks, most definitely, I think it is gorgeous. Of course, in this one you also have the sheets for the washi storage. Really liking that idea. And we have this beauty. This one is done primarily with Tim Holtz paper pack. As you can tell, this one does not have the elastic yet either. It will be placed in this evening. It also has a little bit of a smaller sideways pocket, and it has a clear pocket right here that you could maybe hide a photo or some inspiration in, maybe a list of things that you don't want to forget. And of course this one still needs a button. I may do a magnetic one on this, although I don't have any magnets. I would have to purchase them if I did that, but I think I do have Velcro dots, and when I find those I will be using those for this specific one. Oh, I did forget right here, there's a piece I wanted to install right here, a little pocket, so I'll be doing that when the video ends, and you'll see it in the photography. And of course this one has washi tape storage as well, and then you know, you can fit your ephemera in here wonderfully in this little setup. So 3 of the 4 have this style set up today. I think this one's the only one that does not have this style set up. I love this one. It's got the sparklies and the gold, and it's just packed full of beautiful butterflies. This one does still, however, have the washi storage, and you as well have some taller storage here for maybe some strips. and a pocket instead of the standing tower type storage. I like to call it a door. I think it looks like a door. You have a tiny pocket here for some storage, and of course our big huge pocket right here for, you know, odds and ends, fabric pieces, and just chunky goodness. And this is kind of the idea I have for this one here, is there's just a strip of paper right there where you can just kind of, you know, maybe tuck some odds and ends that you really don't want going anywhere, but you want it readily available right this moment. You know, you can put a couple of tags right there. Let's see here. Here's another one. And you can have them, you know, ready to go for when you need them. Such a wonderful idea. And I'm going to do this same idea for this one, except for it's going to be across the top. So they'll tuck up in there and it'll hold it in place in between this big pocket and that wonderful tall tuck. So these babies are just about ready to go. You will be seeing them soon. And that is all for the day. Now remember, I did get new software and I did get new hardware for video production. So fingers crossed, I'm really getting a good handle on it. It looks like we will be seeing more videos at a much better pace, and of course better editing quality like I had originally hoped and talked about. I hope to see you guys soon. It was very wonderful talking to you again. Now I have to go get ready for work. Bye. Oh.